Welcome to Create a Family Book. My name is Sarah, and in this class, we are learning tips and tricks for creating a manuscript for your family history book. In this section, we will discuss the basics of getting started, from general tips to what makes a well-written book. The first thing you're going to want to do when creating a family history book is to define your project. Who or what will this book be about? What is the overall theme you would like to convey? A single focus is going to seem more professional and make it easier for your readers to follow. Review the material you have and figure out the story you want to tell. This could literally be dumping out every piece of paper or photograph you have and organizing them that way, or just writing an outline on the computer. Don't replicate what's already been done. You're going to want to focus on stories that have not been told yet. It would be a better use of your time to explore a topic that hasn't been written about instead of repeating what somebody else has already done. If there are already books about a person or family, consider what your book would be adding to that story. Consider your audience as well. Who will read this, and what will that reader find interesting or engaging? If you're making this book for your family, they're going to have a different interest than, let's say, a genealogical researcher. So really tailor your story and how you're writing to that audience. You're going to want to keep your book in chronological order as well. This will make it simple and straightforward for the reader. If you're going to use dates, you can in your title or in the introduction, give a list or a range of the dates that you'll be discussing. This will help keep the narrative in order and let readers know if the information they're looking for is in that book. Have an editorial eye. You don't have to include every piece of information you have into a single book. You're going to want to focus on the information that strengthens your story. You want to fill your book with the best of what you have. Too much information will seem cluttered and really overwhelm the reader. Choose quality. This ties back into having an editorial eye. You might find an image that you really love, but when it's enlarged, the quality diminishes, as you can see from the image below. If this happens, don't use it. It will detract from the overall quality of your book. If you can, find other ways to illustrate the theme. Is there another photo you can use? Or is there a way that you could write it so you can describe what the picture was trying to show? Another thing you can do, but it is optional, is to make your book readable in one sitting. This will go back to considering your audience. If you're making a book for your family who are really unfamiliar with your family history and are just getting started, they're not going to really want to dive into a 400-page epic book. So making it smaller and thinner will make it more willing for the casual reader to pick up and read. So let's talk about some of the characteristics of a well-written book. The first thing is that you want to have quality research. This means accurate research that is presented in a way that's easy to understand. This is documenting facts, not opinions. Attractively presented. Again, this means it's well organized and easy to understand information, as well as having a smart use of images or documents to highlight these aspects of your ancestors' life. This could be photographs, maps, or charts, but again, having that editorial eye and making it not overwhelming for your reader. If you can, go beyond records. If you're writing a book and it includes a family member who is still living, ask them for stories and memories. Right now is a really great time to call them and have these conversations. But don't forget to take notes. These personal touches will give something extra to your book. If you're creating a book for genealogical research, then creating a thorough index is going to be a very important aspect as well. This will help readers find the information they're looking for in your book. In the index, you'll include people and places, and then the page number that they're referenced on. You won't have to do this until your manuscript is complete, but it is a thing to think about while you are writing it. Lastly, you'll want to use a recognized genealogical numbering system if you are going to include a family tree in your book. For example, you can use a standard pedigree numbering as shown on the right. The main focus of your book would be number 1. All the males will then be all of the even numbers, and all females will then be odd numbers. So for example, if you're writing a book about yourself, you would place yourself at number 1, your father would be number 2, your mother would be number 3. Then your paternal grandfather and grandmother, that's your father's father and mother, would be number 4 and 5. And then your maternal grandfather and grandmother, being your mother's father and mother, would be numbers 6 and 7, and so on and so forth.
Family challenge. Interviewing family. Be prepared. The interview is an adventure, so you need to pack the right tools. Have everything you need ready, such as a pen or pencil and paper. If you wish to record the interview, have your phone or tablet fully charged and get someone to do the recording for you. Create a plan. Create a list of questions focusing on a specific event or time period. This will help guide the interview as a natural conversation. Don't make it too broad like, tell me about growing up. Ask short, open-ended questions with many possible answers. Instead of asking, was it hard growing up and working on a farm? Ask, tell me about growing up on a farm. And what was your childhood like? Be genuinely curious. And don't forget to take notes.